working with at the beginning of making this album. And Rick happened to be the first producer that we met. We went and visited him at his home, and right away he was really interested in getting to know everyone in the band, what kind of music we were listening to at the time, the direction the band wanted to go into, really kind of feeling out how open the band was to maybe approaching making music in a different way. And, you know, it was a really great experience. And from that first meeting, we, you know, started getting ideas. He started directing us on, you know, how we could approach making the new album. And right away, we started working on those things, and we actually didn't meet with anyone else. We kind of just, I mean, none of us really said anything, including Rick. We just kind of all assumed that we were going to continue working from that day forward. And, you know, obviously, we did. And it was really a great experience. And what he brought to the table was, he told us, you know, from the very beginning, whatever you think your fans want to hear, whatever music you think you need to make, just forget about it. You know, whatever limitations you think you have to rest in, just throw everything out the window, because none of it matters. What's important is making music that you're inspired by, regardless of style or particular sound or anything like that. And he really encouraged us to stay on that path throughout the making of this album. And it was interesting because it was easy for us to actually fall back into old patterns or old behaviors when we were, you know, the kind of ways that we used to record our album.
I just got one more question, Jeff. The weight of expectation, right? Everyone's looking out for the record. Does that increase the pressure on you guys? Or did it affect the way you guys worked in the studio in that?
Well, what's interesting is there was definitely not as much pressure on this album as there was on Meteora. Because with Hybrid Theory, you know, it was such a huge success. No one had ever heard of us before. That, you know, we were getting pressure from everyone, from the fans to the label to the media, you know, and we really felt like we had to prove to the world that that Hybrid Theory wasn't a fluke, that we could do it again. With this album, you know, we've done Reanimation, we've done Meteora, we've done, you know, Live in Texas and Collision Course, and I think the combination of everything, including Hybrid Theory, has established us in the minds of our fans, and also at the record label. So we really had a lot of freedom to experiment with our sound, and, you know, we kind of, I don't think we would have been able to write this album before, and I think that we actually were, because of the success of our past work, we were actually given a lot more freedom to really expand our writing skills and hone everything.
And we heard that just now, all 12 tracks. Very well done.
Thank you very much.
Isn't unbiased, I'm a big fan. Next question.